Do you ever feel overwhelmed by the ever-changing world of technology? Tech It Out can help make some sense of it all. Breaking down geek speak into street speak, technology columnist, author, and TV personality Mark Saltzman covers consumer technology each week for every listener. Mark tackles the latest news, reviews, and how-tos to help you understand what's hot, what's not, and why.
Hey everyone, welcome to Tech It Out. It's episode 429. How you doing? As Joey used to say from Friends. Boy, I'm dating myself, right? From the 90s. How you doing? Something like that. Anyhow, I hope you're in a good mood despite possibly the frigid temps hitting much of the country over the last few days. Not sure where you're based, but where I am, boy, it's chilly. But hey, there's still lots to look forward to. Around the corner, we've got Super Bowl Sunday, Valentine's Day. Maybe you're planning a spring break getaway or what have you. Something to look forward to if you're sick of the winter already. But I digress. We have a great Tech It Out planned for you today with 3 different guests and topics. We're going to kick things off with BLUETTI. They are mostly known as a power company. So in the event of an outage because of bad weather, like we've just been chatting about, or you go camping or RVing, they're one of the biggest names in this space. We'll hear what's new from them, followed by an interview with Even Realities. This is a company that makes smart glasses that are pretty cool. Wait till you hear what these can do. So the company will join us having just returned from the annual Consumer Electronics Show, or CES. And finally, Vivint, the smart home security platform that's very popular in this country. Well, they're back with a couple of new options. And so we're going to touch base with that company as well. So a lot to get to on a brand new Tech It Out powered by Visa and Norton, 2 brands that protect you, in fact. We'll get to more of that shortly, but let's officially kick off the new show with our first interview. Did you know that almost half of U.S. utility customers experienced outages in the first half of last year, primarily due to extreme weather? And so what are you doing for backup power? Well, even though it's not just for emergency situations, we're now going to learn about BLUETTI products on this show, as they're one of the biggest names in power, globally, in fact. We've got on the line Illia Zahnitko. He's corporate brand manager at BLUETTI. Hi, Illia. Thanks for spending some time with us today.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, great. So, hey, why don't we start at a high level? Tell us about the company BLUETTI, what they're all about, and the kind of products that you're best known for. I already hinted off the top, it's power, but please tell us about BLUETTI.
Right. So BLUETTI is all about clean, sustainable energy. We design everything from portable power stations to full home energy storage systems, all aiming at helping people power their lives more reliably and responsibly.
All right, so both portable power, we'll unpack some of that in a moment, but also home-based solutions that you keep at home. And I painted that scenario in my introduction where the power goes out, it's a common thing, and so you would have almost like a generator, if you will, which is not gas-based, that can keep your appliances going and other things.
Correct. So another way to think about it is, as you said, a gas generator, but it runs on electricity.
So why would you say then, Illia, these power products are important? Is it in the event the power goes out? I mean, is that the primary purpose for most of the BLUETTI solutions?
Correct. We want to start with the most essential home power backup. USA and Canada were one of the first countries that enjoyed electric grid, but that is also the reason why the conditions of it is actually quite bad, because it's pretty old. So everyone needs a home backup power. Mm-hmm. Before, it would be gas generators. Now it's portable power stations.
Okay, so a gas generator, they've been around for a long time, but they're noisy, they're smelly, you can't use them indoors, not safe.
Yeah.
Your solutions, you said they're battery powered. So is it kind of like a giant power bank that you would maybe have in your jacket pocket to juice up your smartphone, but it's much bigger and it can handle small and large appliances?
Correct. Another way to think about it is a big power bank with wall outlets that accept solar power. Mm-hmm. So you can charge it from portable solar panels, right? We're not necessarily talking about rooftop panels, huge investment. Just portable solar panels will do. You can charge it from your car when you're driving, and you can also charge it from a wall outlet.
Okay, so some of these are for the car, some of them are for like an RV park, and then some are for the home. There's solutions for everything.
Yeah, that's right.
With gas generators, you have to go get gas from a gas station, but these you can charge up and then leave it for when you need it. How long does that battery keep its charge? Like what if it's, like a year?
Right. So if you're planning to store it for a long time, like a year, which definitely is a long time, just make sure you don't store it completely discharged, right? Just store it at 50% or so. It's better for the battery health. Mm-hmm. And yes, it basically does everything gas generator can without all the disadvantages, like fumes, all this noise. As you mentioned, you can't run it indoors. Yeah.
Some of our listeners may think, well, if the power goes out, and it's not charged up, and I'm referring to the BLUETTI battery generator,
right?
Then you would then use your car to do it if you have a car. Otherwise, you still have to go and plug it in and charge it up if it isn't already. But it does have all those advantages. But something we should call out that you do need to have it charged up, just like your power bank, right? My son would come to me and say, hey, do you have, my phone's dead. And I'm like, hey, but I give you a power bank. He's like, yeah, but I didn't charge that up either. So you have to remember to do that. That's the one, let's call it a downside, but that's something that, again, if you just think ahead, you can already have it charged up at least a half, like you said, and that'll last a while.
Yeah. Charging is super fast. Like it only takes you around 40 minutes to go from around 0 to 80%, right? And while it's good to have it charged before a power outage, right, just in case, if you face a power outage with like only 50% powered BLUETTI, you can still use portable solar panels to top it up.
Right.
Or you can use your car. If you're driving, you can hook it up to what we call Charger 2, and you can charge the power station, basically harnessing your vehicle's power.
Got it. Thanks for reminding me that, you did mention you can also charge these up with a solar panel, not just your car, in the event that you have no power in your neighborhood.
Yes, correct.
What would you say, Illia, was BLUETTI's most successful product last year?
So last year, the most successful product was Apex 300. It raised $5.6 million on Indiegogo, crowdfunding platform. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I attributed success to the fact that it features both 120 volts and 240 volts. And you can switch them just with a simple button on the product, right? It's that cool. Also, it's modular design. So we have one power station. It has under 3 kilowatt hours of battery capacity, but you can build it up all the way to 100,000 watt hours. Can you believe it? Wow. So you can connect 6 extra batteries to one unit, and you can connect 3 units together. And the best part, it requires 0 installation. So you don't have to invite an electrician to install it for you. You don't have to apply for the permits. Oh, you can't do it here. It's plug and play.
I like the modularity of that. That sounds very convenient. We're chatting with Illia Zahnitko, corporate brand manager at BLUETTI. This is a company best known for its power solutions for the home, for RV parks, and other portable solutions. Let's chat about 2026. How was your CES in Las Vegas? What products garnered the most buzz, do you think, from your booth?
Right. So we got a lot of attention from customers, from media, from, influencers. People were stopping at our booth, asking questions, chatting with us. Many people actually shared the experiences, how they have been using our power stations, right? And enjoying them. The biggest hit, I would say, was Charger 2. Charger 2 is basically the way to charge a power station, but also to harness power that your vehicle is producing when you're driving. You hook it up to a car's starter battery, and the moment you hit the road, all of this power that would be otherwise wasted goes into your power station. So you can start with a power station at 0%. You arrive at work and you have your power station powered to, 60, 80, or maybe even 100%. That was number one. And number two is BioBase Elite 100, another portable power station, which uses bio-based plastic.
So for the first product, the Charger 2, I wrote about that for USA Today. I thought that was pretty cool for those in vehicles, but I didn't know about this second one. So can you just clarify the difference between the two, please?
Yeah, for sure. So Charger 2, as you mentioned, it's a well-known product now. And the other one is Elite 100. It's a portable power station. And the only difference is that we used a bio-based plastic. So apparently there is a way to make more eco-friendly plastic. And that's exactly what we did. It reduces emission factor by 25%. And people were concerned, oh my God, is it still going to work, as well as normal, robust plastic that you would use before? And yes, for sure it does. We tested before we implemented it. And it's only a limited edition. So we only have a certain quota of power stations that use this bio-based plastic. We're still experimenting with it.
Awesome. Is there one product in particular, Illia, that you are most excited about for this year?
Yeah, actually, there is a product like this, and it's called Elite 300. So Elite series is known for its energy density. What it simply means is you can now put more batteries in a smaller box. So you look at a power station, people who know them, they would probably assume it should be around 2 kilowatt hours, except it's 3 kilowatt hours. And it's almost 20% smaller in size.
Is there a website that you would recommend for BLUETTI products?
Yeah, for sure. So all of the products are available on our website, BLUETTIpower.com. And you can also learn more about the brand on social media, Facebook, Instagram, on YouTube. We also do regular live streams where we just chat with our users and friends, get more feedback, share stories, and learn more about the products.
And for our listeners, BLUETTI is just as it sounds, BLUETTI.
Correct.
Thank you so much for your time, Illia.
Thank you for having me, Mark.
When we return on Tech It Out, we learn what's new in smart glasses with a company called Even Realities. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
Listen to Tech It Out whenever you want. Find the Tech It Out podcast at iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts.
Welcome back to Tech It Out. We cover cybersecurity a lot on this program and how you can best protect yourself in the digital age, even if you're not super tech savvy. One part of the solution is securely shopping online. And so I'm thrilled about my partnership with Visa on Tech It Out, as they've made some significant investments in fraud prevention over the past 5 years, as much as $10 billion. Yes, that's billion with a B, to support Visa's brand promise to protect the financial information of individuals and businesses. Zero liability means peace of mind when you shop online using your Visa card. There can be no half measures when it comes to cybersecurity, which is why the company takes an aggressive and multi-layered approach to combating the rising threat of malicious software and other threats by well-funded and global criminal enterprises. Read more about Visa and how securing the world's payments is priority one at visa.com/security. That's visa.com/security. If you haven't yet seen the Even G2 smart glasses yet from a company called Even Realities, they look like a traditional yet stylish pair of eyeglasses, but this eyewear is actually powered by augmented reality that lets you do some pretty amazing things, which we're going to hear about right now as we're joined by Will Wang, CEO and founder of Even Realities. Welcome to the show, Will. Thanks for your time.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Mark.
First of all, how was your CES? You were in Las Vegas.
Yeah. We actually just came back from the States. It was a big success. We had a pretty nice booth, nicely designed and executed. Mm-hmm. There's also a lot of smart glasses brands and CES, but I think our booth I think we had the best vibe, most crowded booth, and the people was lining up. And we also got the chance to show the product live to a lot of our partners, potential clients, and also a lot of media. And also we got actually 5 awards out of it. So it's really good.
Congrats. I also wrote about the Even Realities G2 smart glasses for USA Today.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. We'll talk about the differences between your smart glasses and other companies. You did say that there were other competitors there, and I noticed that as well. So we'll get to that. But let's first focus on your product. So it's called the G2 smart glasses. Tell us about them.
Yeah, so the Even Realities, Even G2, they were supposed to be your everyday glasses. Meaning that if you have prescriptions, you can actually also make them in your prescription and wear them. Mm-hmm. And also look stylish. They feel comfortable on your face. You can use a clip-on to turn it into a pair of shades. So they really just do work as your normal pair of glasses. But on top of that, you actually have this secret display, which is a virtual HUD floating about 2-3 meters away from you, monocolor in green, but then also really capable of showing you all the essential information that you might need. So the glasses has Bluetooth connection connecting to your phone. So it has offloads all the heavy compute to your phone, and your phone connects to the cloud to do even heavier computation. By doing this, the glasses that can actually enable you to essentially be a smarter, be a more capable person in certain situation. A few of the scenarios we focus the most is actually revolving around professional conversation. When you're having conversation, for example, in a meeting or talking to your partners, you can actually turn the live agent up. There's a feature we call it Conversate. When you have it on, it actually does live captioning of the conversation. And not only that, it's also linked to a large language model on the cloud. So the agent, the AI agent is trying to come in to really help you with the conversation. So if there's any terminology you might not understand, the AI will actually provide explanation proactively. And also after it does a really nice AI summary for your conversation. And then also when you're talking to foreigners, you can turn on the auto translation, so you will instantly understand what they're talking about. It's kind of like watching a movie with subtitle. Also, there's a teleprompter feature where a lot of the CEOs use it quite often when they need to go on stage and actually share about their talk. They can actually have the script floating right in front of them.
So, Will, before I ask you to elaborate on some of this, I just want to remind our listeners, again, with augmented reality glasses, this is where you can still see the world around you. Like you were saying, Will, when you talk to somebody, a colleague or a friend, you still see them, but you have digital information layered on top. So you see the words on the screen. I liked your analogy of it kind of like watching, a movie and there's subtitles. So this is AR or augmented reality opposed to VR, virtual reality, where you're completely closed off from the world and you only see that digital world. So I just wanted to make sure that our listeners understand that. So these are glasses that look like regular eyeglasses. And as you said, you can have a clip on, make them sunglasses. But the idea is that you're getting information that you're seeing at the same time as seeing the person that you're with, layered on top.
Yes.
So you've talked about language translation, which is exciting. I'll ask you more about that in a moment. The teleprompter mode, if you have to give a speech, as I often do, you can have the words in front of you. The audience is none the wiser. They don't realize that you're reading words off of your glasses, which is pretty cool. And I know there's also a navigation feature as well. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so we actually have an app connected to the glasses. So essentially within the app, there's also like several mini apps, and Navigate is one of them. When you click it in, it's kind of like your smaller version of Google app where you get the map. You can pick the POI and you can navigate to it. And then once you click start, your glasses will actually turn into similar to the HUD navigation you will experience in your car, right? So you have a little arrow and a little mini map floating right in front of you. And as you walk, the direction gets changed.
Yeah, so I like that. When you're in a new city or even in your own city and you need to go to a place you haven't been to before, we're looking down at our phones rather than it just being in front of you. So again, this is digital information hovering in front of your eyes, but you still can see the sidewalk and pedestrians as you walk down. That is very cool. So it's like a heads-up display for navigation. More with Even Realities and its G2 smart glasses when we return on Tech It Out. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
Want to follow Mark? Google him. Mark with a C and Saltzman with a Z. Breaking down geek speak into street speak. This is Tech It Out. Tech It Out with technology columnist, author, and TV personality Mark Saltzman.
Welcome back, everyone. You're listening to Tech It Out. We are chatting with Will Wang. He is CEO and founder of Even Realities. We're learning about the Even Realities smart glasses that made a big splash at CES. They're called the Even G2s. I don't know if that's generation 2.
Yeah, it's generation 2. Yeah.
Awesome. Out of everything the Even G2 smart glasses can do, Will, what do you think is the most exciting feature? Like something that people would be like, wow. When you put the eyeglasses on people at the show, what was their biggest reaction? Like to what feature?
Right. I think the top contender is definitely the newest feature we launched, the Conversate. Essentially, it's a conversation agent that helps you really facilitate your conversation. So when you turn it on, once you start the conversation, live caption starts going. And then also any knowledge, any terminology you might not know, the AI is actually analyzing it in real time. and providing you feedback. So I was having this demo at the show with people, and we started talking randomly. I started to bring up some like buzzword from our industry, like waveguide lenses, and then micro LED projectors. And the other party didn't know, but then the glasses is already telling them what it is. So they were like really wowed by that experience.
It's not just for language translation, but it'll clarify words that the AI thinks you might not know.
Yes.
How does it determine what words you need a description for?
So we actually trained this agent ourselves using some of the data sets we have, and then also try to really bring in different knowledges from different disciplines. So essentially the AI will try to guess what are like common knowledges that everybody knows. What are some specialty knowledge that you might not know? And the AI is obviously getting better and better as more people using it.
Yeah, no doubt. And can you clarify that this AI assistant, this even AI assistant, is showing you words on the screen to clarify something that the other person said? You're not hearing, there's no speaker, right? It's not telling you in your...
Yeah, it's all in there, Judy. Yeah.
And I wanted to ask you about that in a moment. So there are other smart glasses out there. Some take photos and videos, you know, like the Metas, and there's ones that stream music and podcasts. Just to clarify, the G2s are more for information, right? So it's got the teleprompter mode, language translation, AI summaries, navigation, and so on.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. And you did mention there were other smart glasses at the show. What do you think makes the Even G2 stand out?
Yeah, I think like you mentioned, Mark, there's different approaches, right? Like some takes pictures, some listen to music, some like stream live videos. But we really focus on building an everyday pair of glasses that you can just use like your normal pair of glasses. And also on top of that, we focused on what's essential to help you become your companion, to help you with your day-to-day, to become a tool instead of just entertainment. That's essentially what made Even G2s special, that they become your everyday essential tool. They help with your productivity. They bring in information only when it's needed, and they are not something that's disturbing you or getting you away from real life. Like in reality, it's actually getting you more focused on the real world by connecting you to just the essential information.
And who would you say your target audience is? Would it be, you know, executives, like the business class kind of thing? Is that right? Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Like right now, our main audience are like business professionals, which can be in different areas. They could be executives at Fortune 500. They could be lawyers. They could be doctors. They could be professors. But we've seen a lot of demands coming from these target audience, and they really love the product.
Because this is radio or a podcast, are there different designs, or is it one design only, and then you can choose the script if you have?
Right. There are actually two designs. There's a rounded one. There's also a square one. So the rounded one is called G2A. The square one is G2B. And each design comes in 3 colors. So all in all, there's 6 SKUs you can pick from.
Right.
And like you said, once you pick the shape and color, you just submit your own prescription, and we made it tailored to you.
And how much are the Even G2 smart glasses, and how do we order them for those listening who are interested? Yeah.
Right. The glasses without any prescription lenses is at $599 US. And then with the prescriptions, obviously, it's different based on the thickness of the lens and also your prescription. But it varies from somewhere like 100 something to 300-400. You can order them. Obviously, if you don't need prescription, then you don't need to pay the extra fee for the prescription lenses. You can just get them as plano at $599. So right now you can order on our website at evenrealities.com. And also you can find our retail partners, which are also listed on our website.
Is there a subscription fee for any of the AI services or any of the transcription, language translation? Nothing? No?
No, nothing. That's also the thing that the product is not cheap, to be honest, but then also we put in the best effort on ensuring the quality. And we also wanted to make sure once you purchase it at this price that you own the product. You also own the service.
Yeah, so I like that.
No additional add-on fees to it.
All right, great. All right, so Will, it's evenrealities.com, just as it sounds. Thank you so much for your time. I hope you've recovered well from CES. I'm glad that the booth did well and the press coverage and awards that you received on behalf of the Even G2s. All the best. Thanks for your time, Will.
All right, thank you, Mark. Thank you.
Hey, I wanted to take a moment to thank Norton and give them a shout out. They are an official partner on Tech It Out. I'm sure you're familiar with the brand. In today's connected world, a simple antivirus solution just isn't enough. Your identity, your finances, and your privacy are all on the line. That's why you need Norton 360 with LifeLock, the comprehensive solution that bundles device security and identity theft protection. Again, Tech It Out has proudly partnered with Norton as they protect your PC, Mac, and mobile devices from viruses, ransomware, and other kinds of malicious software, or malware for short. While LifeLock takes it a step further, constantly monitoring for the fraudulent use of your personal information, from your social security number to your bank accounts. If a threat is detected, you receive an alert, and if the worst happens and your identity is stolen, a dedicated U.S.-based identity restoration specialist will be there to personally help fix it. Plus, with the $1 million protection package, you get coverage for stolen funds and expenses. Norton 360 with LifeLock gives you the power to defend your entire digital life, even if you're not tech savvy. Stop patching together protection. Get the all-in-one peace of mind you need with Norton 360 with LifeLock. To get a deal on Norton 360 with LifeLock, simply visit norton.com/techitout. By the way, that's some huge savings there at norton.com/techitout. The Plus subscription is $29.99 the first year instead of $59.99, so 50% off. Standard edition is 57% off, $39.99 for the first year instead of $94.99. The Deluxe edition, 58% off. You get the idea. norton.com/techitout. We'll be right back with more. Stay with us.
Breaking down geek speak into street speak. Check it out. Hosted by Mark Saltzman.
Welcome back to Tech It Out. Vivint, as you likely know, is a popular smart home and security technology company that isn't resting on its laurels. It has recently announced HomeProtect and HomeProtectPro, as well as new cameras for its system and a lot more. Joining us to share the news is William Stovall, Senior Vice President of Marketing at Vivint. Hi, William. Thanks for your time today.
Great to be on the show.
And you've recovered from CES successfully, I hear.
It was an exciting week, action-packed, as I know you share as well. It's good to be back.
Yeah, right. All right. So before we get into what's new for 2026, maybe we can just start at a high level by reminding our listeners what Vivint is all about. I did say off the top, it's a popular smart home company, but please let us know a bit more.
Sure. Yeah, Vivint's a leading U.S. smart home provider. And really our goal is to help people live in safer, smarter, more energy efficient homes. And the way we get there is we provide professionally installed and monitored smart home systems that take the things that people use in their everyday lives, sensors, cameras, lighting, locks, energy management, and we pull together in one seamless experience that allows the end user to manage it anytime, any place. And most importantly, Mark, is do it effortlessly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because not everybody's super tech savvy. So the easier it is to manage, or if it can even manage itself in some instances, like a thermostat that can make changes on the fly, then even better. And you just hinted at something as well, that it's professionally installed. So can you confirm that Vivint isn't an off-the-shelf system that you would, buy off of your local big box retailer and install yourself? That's not how Vivint rolls, right?
That's correct, Mark. We're not off the shelf and we're not a do-it-yourself system. All of the systems that we provide are professionally installed by our own trained technicians with that white glove level of service, which for the consumer, that means everything is set up correctly without the complexity of traditional smart home devices right from the outset. We just wrapped up a How We Home report to understand what is on consumers' mind as they think about getting into the smart home space. And one of the things we found was 50% of homeowners say ease of installation is one of their top consideration points. And about 60% said that they want their smart home devices integrated into one platform or app. And so we believe that how we're going to market with that white glove professional installation service means we're taking a lot of that complexity and frustration out of the process.
Yeah, great. Yeah, I mean, it's nice that there is variety out there. You can have a Google doorbell and a Ecobee thermostat and an Apple smart speaker.
And many apps to bounce between.
Right. And that's just that can add even more. Ironically, it can make things even more complicated when you're trying to automate your home or add smart features to your home through an app. So thanks for that. So with that in mind then, William, let's start our chat about HomeProtect. This is new for 2026.
It is, and we're excited about this launch for many different reasons. But first, HomeProtect is really designed first as an essential home security system, and it's for those who are looking for dependable security, but are searching at that do-it-yourself price point, but without the hassle of do-it-yourself. And so with HomeProtect, we're trying to give the consumer a lot of the premium hardware and feature capabilities that our existing customers love about Vivint. And those are things like the single app to control all the devices from anywhere, the doorbell camera to help look at package detection and protection, and energy management with things like our smart thermostat, but wrapping it all around that white glove professional install. And part of our thinking too was give the consumer the ability to come into the Vivint family of products with this kind of essential security system and grow into some of the more advanced smart home features that we offer over time when they need it to meet their own needs. And so if you kind of take HomeProtect and dissect it, our system starts with a panelist security hub, door and window sensors, a motion sensor, signage for the home. And we do it, again, as I said, wrapped with professional installation, monitoring, customer support, all the things that consumers are looking for out of their system. And really the price point is what is really exciting. It starts at $199 for the equipment, $24.99 a month. And our goal really, Mark, with this is how do we become more accessible to a larger audience to help protect more households out there?
Got it. Yeah, it sounds great. So that's called HomeProtect. Let's call it an entry-level system, but with pro-level features. Yeah, the price point is certainly an attractive one. There is, though, speaking of pro, officially a HomeProtect Pro option as well. What does that offer compared to the regular HomeProtect?
Yeah, great question. HomeProtect Pro is actually a new name for our existing fully integrated smart home security and energy management system that has been out in market for many years. Now, while HomeProtect starts with essential security, as we just talked about, HomeProtect Pro starts to offer more customization, automation, and connectivity across more smart devices. So when you think about HomeProtect Pro, now you're introducing devices like outdoor and indoor cameras, lighting, garage doors, smart locks that are all integrated in that single app experience. And HomeProtect Pro starts at $599 and includes free professional installation, US-based monitoring, customer support, just like HomeProtect, but it's a more extensive and complete personalized smart home setup. We can have customers who start at that, entry-level system and upgrade to Pro over time as their needs change and evolve.
I was going to ask you about the monitoring because that seems important. Like, it's one thing to have great tech in the home to protect you, like smart locks, cameras, and all that, but there's an issue. Is there alarm-like monitoring that you would typically pay like another company for?
Yeah, that's included. And it's important, right? I mean, you want peace of mind at your home when you're there and you're not. And I think the monitoring is having an army of people looking over the safety of your house and being able to take action if there's an event on your behalf.
So that's in the HomeProtect Pro?
It's actually in both.
Oh.
It's a resident feature in both Protect and Pro.
More with Vivint when we return on Tech It Out.
Follow Mark Saltzman on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. Listen to Tech It Out whenever you want.
We're chatting with William Stovall. He's Senior Vice President of Marketing at Vivint. We're talking about the new HomeProtect platform as well as HomeProtect Pro. Can you tell us a bit about the new outdoor camera called, I think it's the Camera Pro Gen 3?
Yeah, you got it, Mark. We're excited. This one is going to be launching in early second quarter And the goal for our Outdoor Camera Pro Gen 3 was to make outdoor security smarter for homeowners. It'll be the only camera out there with what we call behavior-based smart deter. And we're doing that by combining a couple pieces of technology, radar and AI, to better understand what's happening outside the home. And importantly, a frustration point is a lot of false alerts and things that get triggered from cameras. And by taking these two technologies and layering them into our camera, we're able to reduce false alerts, deliver faster, more accurate notifications when something suspicious is happening. Like, think about if somebody's lingering around your door or pacing around your car at night. When you think about behavior-based smart deter, we've been known for the light, the whistle, and our camera triggering maybe our Spotlight Pro. Behavior-based deter allows us now to escalate the deterrence as something is progressing around your home. And so it really is the next evolution of camera technology for us. It's a hardwired camera. And so the frustration of changing batteries or charging batteries, that is all removed, making this really a device that is kind of set it and forget it.
Great. So tech that acts as a deterrent, as well as you said, the signage, which you get, right?
That's right. Yeah, it's actually a sign that you would plant in your yard, and it's pretty visible and really tells customers that your home is protected.
All right, William, and as we wrap up, you touched on your report entitled How We Home. Are there any other interesting takeaways from that survey?
Yeah, the How We Home report was an opportunity for us to get closer to the consumer and the homeowner and understand how they're using smart technology today and what they're looking for in their homes as they become more connected. And I think one of the biggest takeaways, Mark, was smart home is definitely becoming more mainstream. 85% of homeowners have one smart device, but over half of them plan to add more over the next year. And some of the big aha moments as we got our feedback from consumers was still at the top of the list in the smart home was safety and protection. That's number one. 37% of our survey respondents said securing the home was their top priority. And it's the things we've been talking about, Mark. Doorbells, cameras, locks, lighting. Those are what is leading the charge in terms of what consumers are looking to purchase. But the other thing we found out is there's still this barrier that's holding the consumer back from adoption, and that's cost. How many apps do I have to manage, to make my smart home system work? Do they integrate? Do they not? They're looking for things to be included in one place that works together and do it with the least amount of friction as possible. The last thing that was kind of interesting that we saw was this trend where energy efficiency is becoming an item that consumers have top of mind. Nearly 60% of the consumers we surveyed said their energy bills have risen in the last 12 months. And it was actually the second highest item outside of protecting the home. Reducing energy cost was the outcome consumers were looking from an integrated smart home. So that's very interesting. And that's where we believe we can come and help in that movement through some of the technology we're providing. Smart home, the future, it's not just about all of the technology. The consumer wants it to be simple. They want security. They want to drive efficiency. And now they're looking for, how do I help reduce my overall energy cost?
Yeah, that's a real pain point for me when I open up my energy bill, my utility bill every month. I swear a blue streak between natural gas and electricity and water and wastewater. It's very expensive where I live.
I completely agree.
Is there a website where we can learn more, William, about the new plans from Vivint? And you said it's U.S. based, but is it all 50 states, all major cities, towns?
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct, Mark. And anybody interested can visit our website at vivint.com and they can learn about our products as well as the outputs from our How We Home report.
All right, Vivint.com, Vivint.com. William, thanks so much for your time. Good to talk to you.
Mark, it was a pleasure joining you. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Hey, for the minute left we have on the program, I wanted to give a shout out not just to Visa and Norton, two awesome partners of mine, but also a third, SanDisk. I'm blessed to have such an amazing data company join me on Tech It Out. They provide, of course, reliable backup storage for all your important files, as well as super fast solid state drives that you can work off of, not just for backup purposes, in other words. Whether it's for gaming, content creation, or for professional services, you can work off these fast and reliable solid state drives or SSDs as if it was internal storage. And there's a lot of different solutions out there for phones, tablets, laptops, desktops, video game consoles, and a lot more. SanDisk.com has everything you need to get going, including links to sales on their products at retail. SanDisk.com. Thank you for tuning into the program. I hope you enjoyed our 3 guests, BLUETTI, Even Realities, and Vivint. Thanks again to Visa and Norton, and I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day, and I look forward to catching up with you next week for another brand new episode of Tech It Out. Bye-bye for now. Cheers.